Free agency plays into many decisions clubs like ours have to make. Today's players spend years in the minor and major leagues earning the right to be paid in a free market, earning the right to make choices. They make significant sacrifices to get there, and they deserve what they receive. Clubs also have choices to make in this economic system. It's a system that has a few imbalances, as do all economic systems. But it's a system overall that has led to labor peace and an amazing market for our best players. It's not the system's fault that the Red Sox ended up in this position. We were faced with a difficult choice. You can talk about dollars, you can talk about metrics and value, but in the end, even though we are consistently among the highest spending clubs in baseball, with this year being no exception, we have to make hard judgments about competing for the future as well as the present. Over the last 2 decades and winning 4 titles, along the way we lost not only Nomar, but Pedro and Jacoby and John and Manny, among others. We no longer live in the Musial or Williams era. Players have rights they should have had when Stan and Ted played. Those 2 great players were victims of an unfair system, one that gave them no choice but to stay put. At one point, Stan thought about going to Mexico in order to be paid his value. He was offered $175,000 over 5 years to play in the Mexican League when he was making $13,500 a year. The Cardinal owner went to Mexico to try to stop it. In today's game, there's a cost to losing a great player to free agency, one that cannot nearly be made up by the draft pick given. We've seen examples of this recently. We at the Red Sox will remember this as one of the toughest, one of the most difficult decisions we've ever had to make. We too love the young man, the great, great smile, the huge heart, and the seemingly boundless talent he displayed here. We felt we could not sit on our hands and lose him this next offseason without getting value in return to help us on our path forward. We carefully considered the alternative over the last year and made a decision when this opportunity presented itself to acquire substantial young talent for the years ahead. Thank you.